Today's the day. It's Friday, May 16th, 2025, and I finally bought my first Rolex. This is the Rolex Oyster Perpetual Explorer, 36mm in oyster steel and yellow gold. And before I talk about the specifics of this watch, let's talk a bit about history. So the Rolex Explorer was first launched in 1953 following the first ever ascent of Mount Everest by Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay. Now, 72 years later, I have my hands on a much more modern refinement of the original model, and the watch name is a very fitting testament to the daunting task of climbing Mount Everest. The Explorer had originally been 36mm and for the longest time remained that way. In 2010, a 39mm version was released, and more recently in 2023, a 40mm version. Now, in April of 2021, Rolex announced an updated Explorer, 36mm, but this time available in both steel and yellow Rolazor, which is steel and yellow gold. So the quote-unquote two-tone gold version that I have here, also known as reference 124273, is the first of its kind, given the Explorer had always been strictly steel. It's not surprising that this exists, since most of the other Rolex sporting watches have been emerging in two-tone availability. So first, let's unbox this watch. So we have the outer casing, and then the signature green Rolex box. So this is just like a paper box, cardboard box. And then inside of here, we have the signature inner box, and on top of here is a little folder with the receipt. And then here is the beautiful inner box, of course Rolex branded with the crown, and it has this kind of like a synthetic hard leather kind of feel. So that's pretty cool. And something you don't see online is actually the back of this box has the exposed hinges, which I think is absolutely gorgeous. So overall, very well done on the box. And now I bought this at the Tourneau/Boucherer on 9th Avenue in Manhattan. And fantastic authorized dealer. And again, this is my very first ever Rolex, so I had a very good experience with them. And now for the moment of truth. Let's open this inner box. So very beautiful, kind of what you expect. So of course you have this cream colored felt, signature Rolex everything, and the actual watch itself. Let's take a second to admire that. Beautiful. So up top, here's actually a hidden compartment that houses, well, I put this here. I have the two extra links since I had to get the watch fitted. I have small wrists, and this is 36mm. We also have the Explorer user manual, and then the guarantee or the warranty booklet, which is an international warranty for up to 5 years and will service the inside of the watch. But for example, external scratches are not accounted for, but that again is very, very important. And then of course you have the tag for the store, and you have the authentic Rolex green seal, which I've pinned under here. And something that I never knew before is that the hologram has Rolex on it, which is very cool. I thought it was just like some random gold foil, but that's really cool. And of course, all watches will have this green seal of authenticity for the quality. All right, and now, before I go to the actual watch, there are two other things that I was given: a Boucherer branded travel pouch and a microfiber cloth to clean the watch with. So very cool. Again, nothing extravagant on the gift side. Sorry, the light's beaming in that on the watch face. But now it's time to take out the actual watch. So as mentioned, this is my first ever Rolex and also my first watch with a metal bracelet. So we have Rolex's signature oyster bracelet with 3-piece solid links, with the middle piece being an 18-karat yellow gold. And the clasp is a simple folding oyster lock safety clasp and features the Easy Link 5mm extension, which is useful for hotter weather. And that pairs very well with the oyster bracelet and the smooth bezel. There we go. Get that in focus. So the watch also has a black dial with numerals at 3, 6, and 9 with the ChromaLight display, which is a luminescent like paint-like or coating. And that's very good in low light conditions and has like a blue hue. And the sapphire crystal is an industry standard, and it does have anti-reflective coating. And then on the inner bezel, which you have to check at an angle here, you can see the fine print of Rolex. And at the 6 o'clock side, you have the serial number. So that's pretty standard for a lot of their watches. And then the crown, like the bezel, is also in 18 karat yellow gold. We have this beautiful contrast of stainless steel and 18 karat yellow gold. And then the movement of this watch is the automatic self-winding in-house caliber 3230, which has a 70-hour power reserve. And this has been out since 2020. And the accuracy should be within a 2-second magnitude per day. And there's also a perpetual rotor that allows bidirectional self-winding by the crown. And lastly, the jewel count is 31 and the beat rate is 4 Hertz. So overall, it's a very reliable movement that has only been out after 2020. And we see it on other watches like the Oyster Perpetual 36, Submariner 41, and the latest Air King. So the main differences between the steel and the two-tone Explorer is 1, the bracelet. Of course, the middle link is in gold. 2, the crown is also in gold. And 3, the bezel is in gold. But also, a little slight secret is that the numbering, the 3, 6, and 9, and I guess the hands as well, also are colored in gold on the edges. So that's a very nice touch. And lastly, we need to discuss price. Again, I'll put this on my wrist first to show you guys what it looks like. So you have the clasp. So all you got to do is pull this open, pull that, and then just like that, opens right up. And then fits nicely on my wrist. Again, I had to get this fitted, which I have small wrists, so most people will probably have a easier time. But there we go, that is on the wrist. I think this lighting is pretty good. So again, lastly, we need to discuss the price. So the 2021 release of the Explorer 36 in yellow Rolazor had it priced out at $10,800 MSRP, and there have been a few incremental price changes since then. So unfortunately, the last one being just in the last month. So this one I paid $13,200 MSRP for. And since I bought this at the Tourneau Boucherer in Manhattan, the sales tax made the final price $14,371. So I don't regret this at all. I've had my eyes on the two-tone Explorer since the day it was announced, and I've saved up literally in a separate bank account across a couple summer internships, being a teaching assistant, profiting from selling some sports cards, as well as some YouTube earnings, to finally be able to purchase this piece. So this has been something I've been eyeing since day one, since it released 4 years ago, and it's only fitting that my last college exam was yesterday, and I graduate next week. So I've obtained this beautiful watch on my final Friday in college, undergraduate, of course. And again, while some people don't like the two-tone Explorer or would rather save a few thousand on the secondary market, I value the model by my own standard and value the authenticity and experience of buying from an authorized dealer. And fortunately, I've had minimal wait time on this piece. I visited a couple weeks ago to inquire about it. I followed up on the purchase today, and I'll also show a couple clips from my journey today.
From 10 weeks, 12 weeks, that,
I'm curious to see what you think in person, because I know the photos how much better, you get an idea, a great deal of